it's Q1 empty time. We are going to be talking about empties that I have been able to empty out for Q1 of 2023. And I'm going to start off with a sticky note because I don't actually have the items here except for a little bottle right here. This was to remind me that I had all-purpose cleaners that I went through, and I did not refill this when it emptied out this last week when I was cleaning, because I have a wood cleaner that I am trying to go through as well. So I'm gonna work on going through the wood cleaner. I only have about that much left in the bottle, so that will be part of Q2 when I do empty that. And when I do empty that bottle, I will refill this with Mrs. Meyer's concentrate and water. So that was one thing that we went through. Another thing that I went through was a big jug of vinegar, and based on one of the recipes, I will probably be finishing my other jug of vinegar probably today or within the next week or so. So I have added it to my grocery list to buy more vinegar because I use vinegar for a lot of cleaning, not just cooking, but for a lot of cleaning. I mainly use the vinegar for cleaning. Perfectly honest with that one. Another thing that I went through were 2 bottles of my DIY Dawn Power Wash. I have the Power Wash bottle, and just to save some money on that, I make my own because I also have Dawn dish soap. So, and I have isopropyl alcohol and I have water, so I can make my own Dawn dish soap. So that's what I've done, and it works just like buying the refills. So, and it's saving me money. And another thing that is not on here are the Mrs. Meyer's scent boosters. I did finish up the jar that I had decanted the bottles into, so that is empty, and I have refilled that with a DIY scent booster, and I will go through some of the recipes for the DIY recipes that I'm going to be doing for the next while later on, like for now. Okay, let's go through some of the other empties. Window cleaner, there's not much left in this. This was Method window cleaner. For me, it did an okay job. It left streaks on the windows. It left streaks on my mirrors, a lot, like cloudiness, a lot, really bad on my mirrors. So, I mean, it did a good job at actually like cleaning, getting the cat nose prints off, and, you know, really good at cleaning the window. Will I buy it again? Probably not, just because of the streaks. Even using the proper cleaning cloths with the streak, it still streaked everything pretty much. So I will be doing a DIY recipe to fill this bottle up here later today before I go to clean, but I will share the recipe later on what I'm doing there. Another thing that I'm going to be doing a DIY recipe on is a toilet bowl cleaner, because this was my last toilet bowl cleaner that I had. So I will go through that recipe also later when I get there. We have more scent boosters that I went through. I probably will not be repurchasing these because looking at the ingredients, I mean, it's nothing horrible, but it's sodium chloride, fragrances, sodium bicarbonate, which is baking soda, and then hydrated silica, sorbitan, olate, and colorants. And these kind of are really strong, and the allergies, my mom did not like the scent. She hated it. She hated the scent. The hydrated silica and the sorbitan olate, I have no idea what those are. So I don't know if they're good or bad for washing machines, but the recipe that I have is using stuff that I bathe in. So we'll get to that later. Another thing that there's a little bit left in this, but I added water into this morning just to get the last little bits out of here. So it is Mrs. Meyer's honeysuckle hand soap, and I just totally squirted myself with, I don't know if you can see the wet spots, but it definitely, so I will finish this out and replace it with a very old lemon verbena that I've had. That is not my favorite scent, so I'm gonna try to get through that one as quickly as possible as well. And when I empty that one out, I basically will take, because I have a lot of hand soap formula, I will be taking the hand soap pump that is in the foaming hand soap pump that is in my bathroom and put it out at the kitchen. And then in my bathroom, I will be just using Dial bar soap. And when the soap in the guest bathroom goes out, I will do the same thing. That is what I shower with. And speaking of that, the bar soap, I did empty out a bar soap in the guest bath with my bathtub when I take baths. That's the soap that I use. I normally use the Dial Gold bar soap. That's the one that I prefer just because it's not too smelly and I just feel like it cleans my body the best. I don't have any more of those, but I have the Dial green bar. I forget what scent it is, like Ocean Fresh or something like that. I don't like the scent of it, but I have a bunch of those bars, so I'm going to try to go through those as quickly as possible as well. So basically the goal is that I will not be buying any liquid hand soap. I will be trying to use the bar soap for now to wash my hands. Okay, then some of the last cleaning items that I can see in here are air fresheners, and these were the linen and air or cotton and I don't remember what they were, but 3 of them. The 4th one is currently in the plug-in for the bathroom, and I moved it from my bathroom to the guest bathroom. And I did also take out some old Pura. I have a Pura air diffuser as well in the front room, and I did take out some of the scents that were in there. They were the holiday scents. I forget what they were, but it was holiday scents for the Christmas holidays, and I liked those. I have a bunch of those left, but I replaced it, since we're going into summer months and everything, with the bamboo scent, and I like that one. It just makes the house smell fresh and clean. And in the Pura one, you have 2 different options on scents, and I have both of them with the bamboo, so that way it's just the same scent throughout the house. And then when you get close to the guest bathroom, you can smell the linen and sky or whatever that is from Febreze. So I know that having some of those are not the best for the cats. So the bamboo one, I did look, and it's supposed to be okay to use around cats. I do kind of like turn it off at certain points, and I only have it in one spot in the front of the house, and it's on that big wall that separates the kitchen from the TV room, and it does put out the scent. But I also have rooms like my bedroom where the cats can come to if they just want to get away from the scents. The guest bedroom is also the office, and those rooms I have a lot of the cat pheromone diffusers, and I quit using them for a while because it just didn't seem like they were working. But I've noticed that Sam has been over grooming himself, and I'm not sure if that's from stress or if he's grieving, because that is another symptom of grieving. I couldn't tell if that was my hair or him walking down the hallway. So I also found fleas on them, so we did go through some I used Brevecto Plus. So on Binks and Sam, I found 1 flea each. I didn't find anything on Jack, but he unfortunately had to go through the torture of getting zapped with the little squirting thing. So I did go through those, but I didn't keep those because, you know, those have strong chemicals on them. But yeah, with the cats, it's like I'm trying not to use too much scenty stuff. And also I get headaches fairly easy from scents, so that's why you don't see me burning candles very much. The only candle I am burning is a Bath and Body Works one. That's one of the stress relief ones, the eucalyptus and something. And I only do that when I'm taking a bath, and I've had that candle forever. So I don't burn it very often. And just recently when I've been taking baths, I do light it up, and there's not much left of that to burn. And But yeah, so it's like I really don't burn a lot of candles because the throw can really give me a bad headache. And it's just over time, I've kind of quit using a lot of that stuff. So this is not something that I actually emptied in Q1, but I found the empty bottle when I was going through looking for tape or adhesives or Goo Gone or something like that. I found this, which is Undo, and it is a adhesive remover, but it is for adhesives, tapes, gum, tar, crayon, lip balm, grease, and more. And this is what I would use when I was doing planners or planning and I had stickers that were not easily removable. Basically, they weren't removable. And I needed to get them up, change them around, or do something like that. And this is a planner girls necessity, basically. But since I'm doing my own stickers and everything, I really don't need this anymore. So I right now I will not rebuy, but if I ever get to the point where I'm using stickers that I'm not doing myself, because I do buy removable sticker paper, I'll buy this again because I did like it. And then back to some personal items and teeth care, mouth care. These were samples that my dental hygienist gave me about 6 months ago, and I really didn't use them until like the last couple months, and I liked them so much that I felt like they did a very good job of cleaning my teeth. And of course, we will see how well they did when I go to the dentist on Thursday and see if they actually did a much better job of cleaning my teeth. But they are for sensitive teeth, basically, and I liked them because they weren't too powerful on taste. The toothpaste just seemed to do much better at getting. I have a permanent retainer that is on my bottom teeth, and I always have issues with tartar and plaque just building up under there. No matter how much I brush and floss and do all of that, they have to pull out like the sand blaster to sandblast all of that. I know that's not what it is, but but that's what it feels like, that to get in there and get all that. So we'll see how well this is done between these two things and flossing. So yeah, this is the mouthwash, and I went ahead and repurchased the full-size versions of both of these. I did not get this same one. I got the Gentle Mint flavor. This is unflavored and for ultra sensitive teeth. And then this is just sensitive. So that's what I have as my mouthwash and toothpaste. Hi everybody, we are back in Charlotte's DIY lab. I feel like I need to have a lab coat over here. So I just filmed my Q1 empties, and some of the things that I emptied out, I want to do DIY cleaners just to be cost friendly, since I am working to pay off my debt, and I'm also trying to go through as many cleaning supplies as possible. So I have finished up my glass cleaner, which is all over here, this stuff that I'm going to be using for that. And then I also finished a toilet bowl cleaner, and half of the recipe is over here, some of it's over there. So we are going to be doing some science-y things here today while we're cleaning. So the first thing that I'm going to start off with is the DIY toilet bowl cleaner, and it is using 2 cups of baking soda, 100 drops of essential oils, and I need to clean the lid off of mine because another essential oil, maybe it is the tea tree that leaked all over it. I need to clean the lid. But it's 100 drops of a disinfecting essential oil. I'm using tea tree, and this is a good disinfecting one, and it helps with fungus and bacteria and all of that. A glass mixing bowl, a wooden spoon, and 20% vinegar. I don't have 20% vinegar for today's cleaning. I'm going to be using my regular vinegar that I have over here, and I have to use more vinegar in today's cleaning than I would if I used 20% vinegar. I personally have not been able to find 20% vinegar. I have been able to find 30% vinegar. So if you are doing this recipe, if you're using 20% or 30% vinegar, be very careful. Use gloves when you're messing with it and all of that type of stuff. But because I'm just using regular 5% vinegar, it is safe for me to use without hands. I mean, that's what you eat. And, you know, it goes into your cooking and all of that type of stuff. So I'm gonna go ahead and start scooping out the baking soda. Like I said, glass bowl, and they're very specific on having a wood spoon and a glass bowl because the essential oils will eat through or be corrosive to metal, and it will just start breaking down plastic as well. So glass. And then this is my glass jar that I will be putting it in. Actually, I am going to use two separate, I think I'm going to add, since I have two toilets, I'm actually not going to use one big jar. I'm going to use two separate jars. So let me get those out. Okay. So that way I have them by the toilets. I buy baking soda in bulk because I use it in cleaning all the time. So 2 cups. I'll need that for that concoction over there. And then you basically just start mixing, get rid of all the clumps. And it is very tea tree, very, very scented. So you could mix, I've done this before when I did tea tree and lavender. You can also mix it with some other scents. You could do the tea tree and orange or tea tree and pine or stuff like that. I think there are some other disinfecting essential oils out there. These were just the samples that they gave you, so do your research on disinfecting essential oils. I'm going to get the funnel out so I can add these to the jars. And yes, I am using a plastic, but it's the one that would fit this stuff. So okay, and then this basically, you will sprinkle 1 tablespoon into the toilet and a little bit around the side of the toilet, and then scrub with a brush, and then pour in vinegar. If you were using the 20% or 30% vinegar, it would be half a cup of vinegar, but because I'm using really diluted vinegar, 5%, it is 2 cups of vinegar for that. And I don't even know if I'm going to have enough vinegar to do that. I may have to steal from my laundry vinegar, my fabric softener, but we'll get to that point when I get to cleaning. Then you let it fizz up, do what it does, let it sit for 15, like you'll scrub again, and then let it sit for 15 minutes and then flush and repeat if you need to. And then if you need to get to the hard water stains, use a pumice stone as well. So 1 for each bathroom. They're kind of not the same, but it works. So that is done. Then moving on into the window cleaner. So I've washed out the bottle and it's ready. So it says 2 cups of distilled water. I'm not worrying about distilled water. I'm using filtered water. I just don't like buying extra water when this takes out all of pretty much everything from the faucet. So I'm going to use this to essentially mix it up, and then I'll pour everything into the bottle once I get everything mixed in. 1/4 cup of apple cider vinegar. And it is safe to do these together, just so you're aware. Then 1 tablespoon of cornstarch. Okay, so my tablespoon is dirty or in the wash, so I'm just going to use a half tablespoon. And then 5 to 10 drops of essential oil. I am going to be using tea tree just to keep the scent kind of going around the house. says shake to mix well, and then it says to use this immediately. So it is cloudy, just so you're aware. It's the cornstarch that's doing that. So this might thicken up, so it might not be the best thing to use. Like on a weekly, I'm going to test it out if I can use it weekly. Okay. So there we go. We have our cleaning supplies over here. And it is very tea tree smelling over here right now between the two things. So you can use whatever scents that you like. I may at one point change it to lavender, but today I wanted to do tea tree just to, you know, get a scent. So we'll test to see how these work, and I will let you know.